I want to be clear up front. I don't coach women on how to change their lives like I did. That's my story. This video is simply the context of why I do the work that I do. If you've ever wondered why I focus on personal branding and visibility for women over 40, over 50, it's important to understand the context of where I was before I am now. When I was 48, I was really unhappy with my life, with my professional life and my personal life, and I was really disappointed in how things had landed for me. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't taking care of my relationships. And it was really clear to me at that point that something needed to change. The year was 2020 and COVID had hit, and everything around us just all of a sudden felt uncertain. And it was really a time for me where I could stop and take an inventory on my life. And that's exactly what I did. It was a year of living creatively because I was thinking, if not now, when? And I suddenly revisited some books that were on my bookshelf that I hadn't looked at for years. And when I opened them, Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is one of those books. I had seen that I had actually underlined things and made notes, and I don't even remember doing that. And like a quote that Eckhart Tolle is famous for, when you're ready to hear the message, you'll hear it. Another important quote that was in that book was by Gary Zukav, Seat of the Soul. And he said, take a look around you right now. Every decision that you made brought you to where you are. So taking responsibility for your life is the most important thing you can do. And I wasn't doing that. I was blaming everybody else for my problems except for myself. So now I was like, okay, this is my life. I get to determine how I'm going to live from now on. And that's exactly what I did. And I completely reinvented my entire life. First, I knew that in order to change my mindset, I needed to get healthy. And that meant I needed to quit drinking and quit smoking. I had quit smoking a long time ago, but I would have those stressful days where I would cheat once in a while, and it was no good. So I did that, and I got this app that was called Couch Potato to 5K. And I started running every day, and I started lifting weights. And once I started to get stronger in my body, I started to get stronger in my mind, and a complete shift started to happen. My relationships got better. I made new relationships. I started a coaching program for photographers. I decided to make the biggest decision in my life, a dream that I never thought that I could do, and that was to become a photographer. So I got into a coaching program. I turned my living room into a studio, and I spent the next year building in my portfolio and learning how to become a photographer and run a business. It was it was the most exciting time of my life. Nothing changed overnight, and I knew it wasn't going to, because there was so much that I needed to learn personally, spiritually, as well as professionally with this new career that I was taking on. I was scared, but at the same time I was like, something clicks when you know you're going to be turning 50. All of a sudden, you can see that the end of the runway is getting shorter and wait and see is no longer an option. And it's kind of a great thing because that, along with COVID, pushed me into making the decision to change my life. And it was the best decision that I ever have made for myself. This entire experience gave me a deep respect for, number one, building your personal brand, and number two, for transitions, because it takes a lot of guts to make a transition. And when you get to midlife, we have a lot of experience and we've done a lot of things that we need to translate first. We need to get that message clear. And I wish I had known more about personal branding when I was younger, because I would definitely have acted a lot different in my professional and personal life, because basically your personal brand is your reputation. It's the impression that you make on people. So I wasn't really that thoughtful in that process when I was younger. And helped me, this realization helped me understand why building my personal brand was so important, but also the steps, the clarity steps, the foundation that I needed to build beforehand. And let me tell you something, all of that gave me the confidence to do it, the confidence to share myself, the confidence to be the face of my brand. If I hadn't done those steps of building my personal brand and getting that clarity of what my message is and what I want to be known for and what my expertise is and who I want to serve, I wouldn't have had the confidence to try. This is the context behind the work that I do. the why I do it and the way that I do it. And I'm really excited for this next chapter, and I'm really excited to help women who are moving into their next chapter. In the next video, I'm going to talk about all of the personal branding advice that I see that doesn't necessarily work for women in midlife who are making a pivot or a reinvention or trying to start something new. And I'm going to tell you what I see instead.